Yeah, things have gone real bad if fans are able to do what big budget studios cannot, and that is making a quality product. And you guessed, this video is about to be about my thoughts on Vader Episode 2, a fan film by Star Wars Theory, and my overall opinions on the state of Star Wars today.
Ray Skywalker.
Somebody's already leaving. Somebody's already bailed.
Now, I have been a Star Wars fan all my life, and as a kid who grew up with the prequels, I was a very big fan. But to know more about the lore and to know about in detail about every character, Star Wars Theory, that channel was my guide. He's the biggest Star Wars channel on YouTube, and I love him. And I love him even more because of the way he makes it clear that Star Wars is always George Lucas's creation. And he goes up against anything which looks like it is disrespecting his legacy and franchise. Star Wars is at an all-time low right now, and it is quite visible because no one gives a flying fuck about my Star Wars fanfic. It is now the lowest viewed video of my fucking channel, and I'm pretty sure same shit is gonna happen with this video unless, Theory himself comes across this one. But any of the recent Star Wars announcements except the mall show has not created as much as hype as this teaser created. I mean, look at this. This is quality, and Vader, as always, he looks badass. But I'm baffled at the fact that big studios are unable to put out quality products like this. Look at the Obi-Wan show. It looks like, the fucking Fanfilm looks better than this. Now, I'm sure the story of Vader Episode 2 will be faithful to the franchise, but other than it, it really looked like die-hard fans were involved in this. Y'all know Nick Gillard, the guy who choreographed the duels in the prequels? Yeah, he's doing that for this fan film. You are telling me that the first Star Wars related stuff Nick does in years is not even an official Star Wars movie but a fan film. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all on that, but it just shows how incompetent the studios are. The duels in the sequels look like they were just swinging baseball bats. Sure, we got some decent live action duels under Disney, but none of them look groundbreaking. This should really be an eye opener for the studios that fans are able to do what they are unable to do for nearly a decade. And Theory, bro, if you someday come across this video, just know I am really excited to see what you have to offer here. I love the first episode of Vader, and I'm excited to see episode 2. Now, another thing which happened recently, is that Revenge of the Sith, which was re-released, made $42 million. A movie which was released before George Lucas sold the company, and a movie which people presumably hated, earned more than any recent Star Wars project. Which just means that no one cares about any upcoming project, and we are happy with what released before the dark times.
Before the Empire.
So basically, Star Wars is not dead. I mean, it is evident. Revenge of the Sith, the re-release on $42 million, so there's still fans of Star Wars out there. It's not dead, but on a ventilator. If anything comes out, which turns out to be bad, the heart monitor of the franchise is about to go flat. Like, look, the sequels have attempted gruesome murder with the franchise, then Mandalorian Season 1 saves its life, then it gets healthy with the seasons of Clone Wars and Bad Batch, then it starts kicking ass of other franchises with Mandalorian Season 2. Franchise fell a little sick with the Book of Boba Fett. For medicinary reasons, it was given the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which it liked it at first, but then left a bad taste in its mouth. Then comes Andos, which half care, half don't. Tales of Jedi, it cures the franchise temporarily. Ahsoka makes it healthy again. Then a red lightsaber was shoved up the ass of the franchise by Acolyte. But I am surprised that they're still going on after Acolyte, cause look.
Power of one, the power of two, the power of many. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
What the fuck is this? Since when did space lesbian witches become a part of this galaxy? But sir, this is new stuff. Fuck you, Star Wars. And what's worse is that not only they ruined Anakin's unique conceivement, but also messed up the continuity with Ki-Adi-Mundi, made bleeding a Kyber's crystal look boring, but they had the audacity to put Darth fucking Plagueis.
Fuck off! That is not Plagueis watching that shit. You did not just put Darth Plagueis in the show. Watching fucking OSHA and...
Sorry that Acolyte rant was needed. I needed to get it out of my system. It is a pain being a Star Wars fan now because people were first getting divided based on trilogies first. Now they are getting divided based on who likes Andor. Not to mention careers of YouTubers were literally being destroyed just because they don't like Acolyte. Basically, any opinion of yours, you will get punished for it, and it's frustrating. It really is. Now, how can Star Wars be saved? How can Lucasfilm get the audience to want to explore the galaxy far, far away again? Firstly, hire writers, directors, and actors who love the franchise, the lore, and the characters. Lately, they have been hiring people who don't know jack shit about Star Wars.
And in my mind, it's so funny to me because it literally, as a person who's outside and just a fan coming in, that was what was so beautiful and interesting to me. You know, people have been talking to me online about how Darth Vader is such a bad person. It's very clear, and it's very well established from those actions. But if you can't look and see that Anakin blowing up the Death Star possibly killed millions and millions of people, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Don't give me attitude. Get the fuck out my face with that shit.
In fact, they need to hire people who love the franchise and care for it, like Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Even though they have their own share of misses, but overall, what they have contributed to Star Wars is fantastic. Like Clone Wars, The Mandalorian show. I mean, season 3 it was alright, but still, it's a great show nonetheless. But I still feel somewhere or the other, Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau, they're not being able to do what they want to fully. Like they're being controlled by a certain group of people. Give them the control, and I'm sure, Star Wars will skyrocket in the air. And secondly, listen to the fans and respect the fans, because we are the people who will decide whether your new release makes money or not. For a lot of time, they have been dismissing us by calling us racist, sexist, misogynist, whereas we are just giving constructive criticism. Not to say that those people don't exist in the fandom, yes they do, but not listening to the audience and being ignorant won't help. And the best solution of all to save Star Wars and Lucasfilm in general is fire this bitch right here. The damage what she has done to Star Wars and the level of disrespect she gave to George Lucas by just throwing away his sequel trilogy treatment and going like, oh, I can do better than the dude who created Star Wars. It's just wrong. And I don't know why Disney has not held her accountable for the amount of money she cost them. Like, almost $250 million was just simply blown away on Acolyte. And it turned out to be such a big flop that they are not doing a season 2. That should speak volumes to all of you. No one wants Kathleen Kennedy in charge of Star Wars anymore. We want her gone and give it to someone like Dave, or just someone who had vision like George Lucas had. I hope most of who are watching here, they are in some agreement to what I am saying here, and comment down your thoughts on how will Star Wars bounce back, and should Star Wars be given to fans like Star Wars Theory, which in my opinion it does. Like, once again, Star Wars belongs to the fans. Comment down your thoughts below and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the next video.